You even introduced this 15% corporate tax rate for companies who produce in America and hire American workers. But how will you pay for it? The Committee for a Responsible Budget says your plans will increase the debt by $7.5 trillion.
But they don't know.
The Wall Street Journal said that your plans will increase the debt and deficits more than Kamala Harris's.
If I do this, you're going to have car companies coming back to the country because of the taxes and the tariffs. The tariffs will protect them when they come in. Tariff's a very beautiful word. It's a word that's going to make our country rich again.
But what about the criticism, and the Journal has done this as well, that if you do put something like a 200% tariff on a product, that it's only going to mean higher prices for consumers?
No, it's not. No, it doesn't mean that.
It's got to be passed on somehow.
No, Ray. All I'm doing is saying, I'll put 200 or 500, I don't care. I'll put a number where they can't sell one car into the United. I don't want them to sell the car, because I don't want them hurting our car companies.
And how are you going to pay for all of this no tax on stuff? And you said that there's a lot of fat in government
growth.
that you're going to save money.
I gave you an answer, growth.
Growth, that's the key word. That was former President Trump with me Sunday on Sunday Morning Futures discussing his tax and tariff policy plans ahead of the November election, now 3 weeks away. Last week, Trump unveiled two new tax proposals to allow interest on car loans to be deductible, and to end the double taxation of Americans living abroad. Vice President Kamala Harris also rolled out a number of tax proposals, including expanding the child tax credit, providing tax credits for first-time homebuyers. Let's get into it and look at the differences here. Joining me now is Americans for Tax Reform President Grover Norquist. Grover, thanks very much for being here. Walk us through the key differences between Trump and Harris's tax policy proposals, please.
Well, Trump's policies are to continue present policy, which you do not need to pay for. Senator Crapo, finance leader in the Senate, has said, we never pay for present policy continuing. We didn't when we extended the Bush tax cuts. So this is a left-wing argument that we have to pay for lower taxes that are already in existence. One of the great things that the president's done is said, let's go to 15% on the cut in the corporate rate. We've seen how powerful that was in giving us growth. To go down to 21, to go to 15 makes us much more competitive with China and Europe and the rest of the world. What the tax cuts that Kamala Harris talks about, many of those are simply writing checks to people from the IRS. Those are refundable tax credits to people who don't pay taxes. She's trying to count as tax cuts a lot of spending.
So, I mean, in terms of Trump's thinking that taking taxes down to these levels will actually trigger growth, do you buy into that? Do you believe that will lead to growth? Because he said the last time he was in office, the tax cuts actually brought in so much more revenue that the swath of people paying taxes and the actual tax cuts led to growth. Do you think that will happen?
Well, you saw that in the 1920s with the Republican tax cuts then. And then you saw it in the 1960s with John F. Kennedy's tax rate reductions. When you reduce marginal tax rates, you get significant growth. And over time, it was very quick in the case of Trump. You actually bring in more money. The corporate taxes today at a lower rate are bringing in more money than before he cut those taxes. That gave you growth and more resources.
So a new study from the Tholos Foundation finds illegal immigration could cost taxpayers at least $2 trillion over a decade in Medicare spending. This is under Harris's amnesty plan and Medicare for All system. Harris has recently claimed that she doesn't support Medicare for All anymore. But she was the first senator to co-sponsor Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders' Medicare for All bill. She wrote her own Medicare for All plan during the 2020 presidential run, Grover. What about that? And is this a strain that is going to be on American citizens because of her amnesty plan and what it does for the Medicare system?
It puts two things together. It reminds everybody that when she was in charge of the border, you had millions of people come over who she now wants to give health care guarantees to, Medicare for All. The plan she endorsed, the plan she was the first co-sponsor of, is more radical than anything that they've ever done in Canada. It would ban your health savings account. That would be gone. It would ban your present insurance, your present health insurance, your present relationship with the doctor. All gone. Just government-run health care. One big post office. Not even, no emails, no FedEx, just one big government monopoly. And she has been for that for as long as she's been in the Senate. She has been a supporter of that. To argue that for political purposes she's not going to say it out loud anymore changes nothing.
Now, you've signed on to this letter with other groups, conservative nonprofit and advocacy group leaders. You've outlined the threat to free speech under a potential Harris-Walz administration. This letter points to Harris's crusade as California Attorney General to force conservative nonprofit groups to produce donor lists for the government. Grover, why do they want donor lists? You say Harris has a long record of squashing free speech. Is that what you're talking about, that unleashing the donor lists, showing Kamala who's donating to the other side, will get Kamala and her team to squash free speech and bully those groups?
We have seen the Democratic mayor of Chicago say he's going to go after Chick-fil-A because he doesn't like their politics with government power. We've seen in California people say that the government should not do business with Elon Musk because they don't like his politics. You don't think they can pick on individuals? You don't think labor unions can sit on their members who may contribute to a group they don't approve of? This will chill the ability of people to contribute first to their political interests, but also to what church they go to.
Wow, that is incredible, Grover. Thanks very much for walking us through it. All right, we'll keep following all of that. Grover Norquist, good to see you.